Welcome to Arsenal Report, your daily source for all things Arsenal FC. From match updates and transfer talk to behind-the-scenes stories, we've got it all. If you're a true gunner, this is your home. Hit subscribe and join the pride. Victory through harmony. Let's get started. With just 2 more league games of the season remaining, Arsenal are already starting to ramp up their preparations for the 2025-26 campaign, and the Gunners are expected to be very active in the transfer market. Mikel Arteta is set to finally land the new striker he's craved after injuries to Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz left the Londoners with a dearth of attacking options in the second half of the season. A deal for Martin ZUBIMENDI is also understood to be at an advanced stage as Arsenal seek reinforcements elsewhere. Other areas of interest include a left winger and a new goalkeeper, with Espanyol's Joan Garcia at the top of Arsenal's summer wish list as they seek fresh competition for David Raya. Eddie Howe admits it has been taxing to see Alexander Isak linked with a move to Arsenal in recent months as the two sides prepare to fight it out for second spot in the Premier League. The Gunners are just 2 points ahead of Newcastle, ahead of their second league meeting of the season this weekend. And the Magpies know they will leapfrog their rivals into second spot with a win ahead of next week's Premier League finale. And Howe admits that speculation linking Isak to the Emirates has been a frustration given the fine campaign Newcastle have enjoyed. Arsenal are said to be planning to try and negotiate a deal with Real Sociedad for Martin ZUBIMENDI rather than triggering the playmaker's £51 million release clause. The Athletic details how Arsenal previously triggered the clause of Thomas Partey back in 2020 when Andrea Berta, the Gunners' new sporting director, was at the helm. Atleti were said to be furious after only learning of Arsenal's interest when the funds to effectively release Partey from his contract were paid to La Liga. This time around, though, Arsenal have kept Real Sociedad informed of their intentions to keep relations positive, and there is even hope that negotiating could lead to a more favourable payment schedule rather than spending a huge sum in one go. Eagle-eyed Arsenal fans are convinced that a deal to bring Benjamin Sesko to North London is as good as done after the striker was omitted from the marketing campaign for RB Leipzig's new kit. The Bundesliga outfit unveiled their latest strip on Friday. But Sesko was not among those donning the new kit, sparking a frenzy of speculation on social media that the Slovenia star is all but certain to now be sold. Mikel Arteta has been told that keeping William Saliba amid interest from Real Madrid will stop them from regressing to the Arsenal of old. Saliba, 24, has impressed again this season to give the Gunners, statistically, the best defence in the Premier League. But they're still not the team to beat and will go trophyless for the 5th successive year under Arteta. Saliba has been at the heart of their backline for the last 3 of those, and his performances both domestically and in Europe have impressed Madrid Chiefs. The France international has 2 years left on his contract, and Arsenal are keen to tie him down on a new long-term deal. Talks over a new contract have begun, and Saliba, who remains happy at the club, is seeking an increase on his £190,000 a week wages. Arsenal can't afford negotiations to fall through, according to former Gunners midfielder Emmanuel Petit, who believes that selling a star player would mark a return to how the club used to operate. After moving into the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal become renowned for selling their best players to rival clubs both at home and abroad. Petit doesn't want Saliba to follow suit and has urged the Gunners not to cash in. If you want to compete with the best clubs in Europe, you have to improve your squad every season, and that happens by keeping hold of your best players, the Frenchman told Casino Zonderlimiet. If Arsenal were to lose William Saliba, it would remind me of the days they needed money after moving to the Emirates. They don't need to do that anymore. Arsenal have the cash to spend, and they need to build on their current team and add strikers and wingers while keeping hold of their defenders. The defence has been their strength in the last 3 or 4 seasons, one of the best defences in Europe. If they sign forwards but sell defenders, what is the point? Petit added that he's tired of Arsenal failing to winning trophies despite progress under Arteta. Arsenal are still second and got to the semi-final of the Champions League, so it's about what happens next in the transfer market, the World Cup winner continued. The club needs to bring in top players and keep hold of their best players like William Saliba, who Real Madrid want. Saliba needs to stay, and the team needs reinforcement so they can have a better rotation, better quality on the bench, because they are losing the big fights. After we lost against Paris Saint-Germain, the fans were mocking Arsenal because of that. It's the same in England, you know, Arsenal are a good team, a good club, but everyone says that they are not one of the top clubs in Europe in terms of history. That's because they have failed, and I'm tired of it. This team needs to change the situation and win something. They need to compete until the end, and not just at the start. They need to get back to the days of 25 years ago and be the team to beat. Clubs were scared to play against us, and we won titles and got to finals. We put in the steps, but that was it. Arsenal need to improve season after season and win the Champions League to prove people wrong. Arsenal may have been given the biggest indication yet that Benjamin Sesko is on the move this summer after RB Leipzig released their new kit without including the striker in their launch. The Slovenian is among their biggest names and would usually be included, but was overlooked. That is likely motivated by his uncertain future, with Sesko attracting plenty of attention. Leipzig did include Xavi Simons, who is also the subject of transfer interest, but their striker was overlooked with the Gunners among those linked with his signature. Sesko has continued to thrive at the German outfit, and Leipzig have shown themselves to be a selling club for the right fee. This term he's scored 21 times, and Arsenal's priority this summer will be on adding more firepower. In recent transfer windows, they've failed to bring in a prolific number 9, and that has come back to haunt them. Victor Gyökeres and Benjamin Sesko are understood to be their two main targets. Both Gyökeres and Sesko would cost under £75 million, meaning they could be signed without breaking the bank. Plenty of work has been done on Sesko, who was a target last summer before the Slovenia star decided to sign a new contract with RB Salzburg. Arsenal's new sporting director, Andrea Berta, is believed to favour a move for Gyökeres though, who is likely to be allowed to leave Sporting Lisbon for less than his release clause, meaning he could be as much as £15 million cheaper than Sesko. Mikel Arteta insists that the summer plan is to further invest in the team, but wants to stick to their values. He said, "We will do everything that we can to improve the team, and especially improve the players that we already have, and whatever the market offers to give us a better chance to win, for sure, we will try to do it."